Android users be like, the camera's not that bad. Dude, look at all the stuff you can do on this phone. Alright, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Happy Friday, we made it. Today's video, I'm actually going to be doing my first NFL mock draft, and I'm probably going to do more than one of these for certainty, so this one is definitely not going to be my final projections. This is actually my first go at it. Seriously, like, I've been taking notes. I got my notebook here. I got it pulled up because I'm going to need help. I don't know who everybody is yet even. But I think it'll be fun, and it'll be kind of cool to introduce some people to your eyes as well. One quick thing before we start the video, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products, and let's start our mock draft V1. Okay, before we hop into this really quick, because it was a short video, I'm gonna put this in the beginning because I got some stuff to say regarding yesterday's video, which was Keenan Allen versus the world. So hear me out. A lot of people are upset that Keenan Allen, wasn't top 15, top 10, whatever it may be, even though it's my own opinion. I'm not mad that you guys disagreed with me. That's part of my job. But I want to say something in regards to the league and the whole top 10, thing. This is going to take time for me to get used to, but my actual take on the NFL is that there's so much fucking talent in the league right now that top 20 is starting to look like what we used to view as top 10. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think the top 10 are a special breed, but top 20 is like, you're just as good as ever. Like, how can you expect somebody to be, a number 10 receiver when you can make arguments with anybody? You got Jamar Chase in the league. You got Jefferson. You got Adams. You got D-Hop. You got Tyreek. You got Diggs. You got Calvin Ridley when he's playing. You got Keenan. You got Amari Cooper. Anybody who played on the fucking Buccaneers, you can argue with him. Tyler Lockett, he was left off the list. Tyler Boyd, he was left off the list. Underrated as shit, man. So that's kind of where I stand on the whole thing, Like, I don't view Keenan Allen bad at all. Number 18 or 19, wherever he ended up. That, to me, is really, really good. All right, anyway, back to the NFL mock draft. Okay, so we are going to do this tier list style because I want to be somewhat fluent with it, but I can only probably do like picks 1 through 15 or 1 through 16 in this first part. Not only are they the most important picks, but like I said, I'm relatively new to this, so I'm going to give you guys my best go at like the first half. Maybe I'll finish the second half, or maybe I'll just save it all for my second version. However, the first pick in the 2022 NFL draft, once again back-to-back, goes to the Jacksonville Jags. This is one that I'm not sure my take is actually going to change on at all, unless they were to trade this pick and trade down, but right now I think they're going to go for an O-lineman. I think Evan Neal out of Alabama is probably the clear-cut favorite here. That guy's a freak of nature. He's like 350 pounds of just pure muscle. He's a ridiculous specimen. Start now, Doug. Get Trevor some protection. I promise you, he is a good quarterback. Coming in at pick number 2, I'm still going to say the Detroit Lions hold on to this. I've heard rumors that they might trade it around, but I think they really need to use it. If I was Detroit, I would go for somebody defensively who is going to be able to get in the quarterback's fucking face every single play. I like 2 guys here, both edge rushers. First is Aiden Hutchinson from Michigan, and the other would be Kayvon, I think, Thibodeau out of Oregon. They could do something else, but I think that's going to be their priority, and we'll probably be picking with them again later. Moving on to pick number 3, we have got the Houston Texans. I think they should keep it, and this is going to be an outlandish take, but I think they should draft Breece Hall, the running back. Your offense was dead last year. You need somebody, and Davis Mills isn't terrible. Get a young guy to build that team around. Breece Hall, I think, is probably the best running back in the draft right now. That could obviously change, but I think if the Houston Texans went out and got him and kind of treated him like Adrian Peterson or Delvin Cook or something like that, it could be a good offensive spark. Moving on, we got the Jets at pick 4. I think they're hanging on to it, and I think they're going to take whoever the Lions don't take if they do take an edge. Either Aiden or Kayvon, one of the two. They're dead last defense passing, and I think second to dead last rushing. You can do whatever you want with the Jets, but get them some defensive help. All right, moving on to pick number 5. We've got the first trade as of this moment. I got the Giants actually just swapping with the Panthers, and I have the Panthers taking the first quarterback, and that is Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh. This class definitely lacks QB power. I'm not saying they're not good, but they're just not the most star-studded class like the previous years. I do like Matt Corral as well, and I think he's going to go shortly here, but for some reason, Pickett to me has a little bit of the Burrow factor in him. I think he's a winner. Carolina takes a shot. Now we are in an interesting spot because that has given the New York Giants back-to-back picks. So the first pick for the Giants, I have him taking Ike Iguanu, I think is his name. He is an offensive tackle. Went to NC State, guy looks like a beast. He could protect the quarterback there, who this year will be Daniel Jones. But coming in at pick number 7, I got the Giants taking Matt Corral. Quarterback coming out of Ole Miss. He's got a cannon, and I think he can rile up the team a little bit better than their current guy. All right, so moving on to pick number 8, we've got the Atlanta Falcons, and this might be outlandish. It's probably going to change, but right now I think they should take Jameson Williams out of Alabama. Even with Ridley, if he does or doesn't come back, Matt Ryan and Bama receivers go together like peanut butter and jelly. This team could use anything. My opinion's probably going to change, but there is not a wrong answer with the Falcons. All right, up next at pick number 9, this one's probably not going to happen, but we're living in my fantasy now. The Denver Broncos trade their pick with the Green Bay Packers. Now, there is some terms here. Packers clearly take over the 9th pick in the draft. They get a first rounder for next year and Drew Lock and Bradley Chubb, or Teddy Bridgewater and Bradley Chubb. Something crazy. In return, they get the man, Aaron Rodgers. Anyway, I can see Green Bay swooping in at number 9 and taking like a D lineman, maybe Trayvon Walker. He's coming out of, where the fuck did he go? Georgia? And then there's Devontae Wyatt, who was in Georgia. And coming in with pick number 10, we once again have the New York Jets. I'll just move them down here now. I think they're going to take a stab at a receiver, and I think they're probably going to take Drake London out of USC. Him and Jameson Williams are the 1 and 2 receivers for me, so I think whatever one's there, they're going to grab. Gotta try and get Zach that guy. All right, and pick 11, we've got Washington. Again, Wyatt's Fantasyland as of right now. Washington makes a trade with Seattle and acquires Russell Wilson. Obviously, the first round pick will go to Seattle, and whatever else comes. I don't want to work out trades. I got a lot to do here. But Washington gets Russ. They don't have a first round pick. They're happy. However, I do have Seattle then attempting to replace Russ with Malik Willis. He's a quarterback, I believe, coming out of Liberty. He is said to be another one of, you know, the big names. Bigger names, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and say he's going to Seattle. And at pick 12, we've got the Minnesota Vikings. Derek Stingley Jr. out of LSU. The Vikings need a great corner, a great young corner. Nothing against Cam Dantzler. I hope they bring Pat Pete back. But dude, LSU is the corner school, okay? They're all tanks. Minnesota needs them. All right, up next at pick 13, we've got the Browns. They're going to take a stab at Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State, the best receiver available. They might not even have juice anymore. They need him. Following the Browns, we should have the Baltimore Ravens. I kind of asked around about this one because I wasn't even sure. I think a D-line would probably make the most sense because, like a lot of people have said, their D-line is either free agents or really old. Trayvon Walker or Devontae Wyatt. All right, and for picks 15 and 16, we'll do them both since it's the same team. We've got the Eagles. I don't know how bad their O-line still is, but I'm going to say that they should definitely take an O-lineman here. There's Trevor Penning out of Northern Iowa. He's known to be a physical guy. If he could bully some people around, he could make more than one person on that offense a lot better. And with pick 16, I think they should actually take Isaiah Spiller out of Texas A&M. He's a big running back. He's like 6'1". Reminds me of Najee Harris, kind of, on his size at least. Fuck Miles Sanders, dude. Use him as a number 2, but he's not the guy to get the job done. You know it. Alright guys, and that was picks 1 through 16 of my first NFL mock draft. I don't know if I'll do the second half of this. I might just redo the whole thing, but I wanted to give you guys a little taste of it at least. If you guys like this video, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my absolute best to post every single day. With all that shit being said, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and as always, I will see you in the next video.